are taking a short break. We've made somewhat a little bit more than half of our 5 hour trip. Today's our 5 hour trip, and we stay in some historical area because the normal rest area was closed, and the next one is in like almost 90 miles, and well, that's too far to go. And we are enjoying this nice beef sausages we bought yesterday in Butte, and this was some butchery shop, and it's for the first time I've seen a rating on YouTube, on Google, like 4.8, and yeah, now I can understand it. It's really good ones. And also Olia made some guacamole, some tortillas, so yeah, taking lunch. This is not a cloud, this is smoke, because there are major fires, forest fires near Spokane, where we are heading, and they even close the interstate highway there, so I don't know how we proceed, but yeah, it smells a little bit, so it's not that dramatic, but again, you can clearly see that everything is covered in smoke. Managed to Spokane, and as usually when I visit our favorite store, and this is not a clouds, this is smoke. Что, супер. Это целый этаж получается. Это. Ну, стиралочки, да, не наврали. Отлично. То есть это мы сейчас живем в частном доме на 2-м этаже. То есть под нами хозяин. Ну так, нормально, да. Типа мезонет, там, как это называется. Okay, so finally we're in Spokane in our apartment, and today's trip was quite boring, I would say. It was just driving for about 5 hours. We did a couple of short breaks for lunch and so on in some rest areas, and the landscape is quite interesting. It's always like this road and through the mountains, very much like in Norway, but on a different scale. obviously, and the last third part of the road were in the smoke, so we could feel the smoke taste, and yeah, you can barely see the sun in Spokane. And now we are relaxing in our apartment. I made a kind of burger from a croissant and cheese, rucola, and that very tasty sausage we bought yesterday in Butte in a butchery shop. It's from Buffalo. And also this nice strawberry rhubarb drink. So we've loaded our washing machine, and I'm gonna relax the rest of the day. Stopped on a rest area, and there is still a smoke everywhere, and we can barely see the road we used to drive, and there are like boardless fields around us with a lot of, you know, agriculture. And here we can see how they irrigate it or fertilize. I don't know. Oh, it's funny.
See the eyes of a dream, like an open sky. And is it me you would see? Is it you on a lonely like an open sky.
ocean. Now I'm burning.
Turn right, then you will arrive at your destination.
Okay, we've reached our almost final destination in the USA. It's Seattle. Well, technically it's Tacoma, and I believe it's different city than Seattle, but for us it's more or less the same destination. They are very close, and we have a flight to Hamburg from Seattle in a week, and that makes this area more or less the last area in the US we will be visiting. And we were driving for almost 5 hours non-stop. I mean, with stops it took us 7 hours. We started at 10 a.m. and now it's 5 p.m. But all those 5 hours driving with 70 miles an hour, somewhat 110 kilometers per hour, all the area is covered with smoke, and you can barely see sun through it. And actually we're planning tomorrow to go to the Rainier Mountain National Park, but now we really doubt about that, and maybe I'll just wander around the Tacoma city. They have some kind of museum here, historical museum, nice port, and a lot of railroads, so interesting industrial stuff to film. And yeah, stay tuned. Two more interesting facts from our today's journey. So the first one, we've talked to a guy who hosted us in Spokane this morning, and he said it's like the one of the major smokes he remembers. The major smoke he remembers for the last 35 years that he lives there. And yes, he also mentioned some metrics, like if it's 500, then it's the yellow zone. If it's more than 750, and then you shouldn't go outside. So there's probably some concentration of some toxin in the air or something like that. And another interesting fact is that to the east from Seattle, Washington State is very much similar to California, so it's also like this bold hills with very dry grass, and basically just a few bushes there, and wind power machines, and you can easily mix it up with let's say Interstate 10 in California, east from Los Angeles.